I've simply removed an obstacle. Come, Akish, you think too much.
Alright, so Achish still can't act, but I really like that scene for one specific reason, and that is I like that it's kind of building a breaking up and a distrust among the other Philistines, especially with Achish, because he was the main driver of the last season. And as I said before, if you read ahead, Achish and David become friends, like really good friends. After David becomes king, their friendship kind of results in a decent peace between the two kingdoms, his kingdom in Philistia and Israel, and showing him having a falling out with the other Philistines makes that more believable as history progresses. So that was a very well written scene for planting the seeds of what's going to happen later, and a really good way to start that to making it believable when the time comes. Good job.
If you are lying about my daughter, I will kill you, your mother, and your men. Make 1,000 Philistine swords just to spite you all.
That's a funny threat because Abner clearly doesn't like his mother very much. The odds of him being able to kill all of his men are basically nil, so we're not really worried about that. The making of 1,000 Philistine swords just to spite him, that's okay, that's decent. Like, the rest of it doesn't really mean anything. We haven't even seen this guy fight. Like, we don't think that he could take out... Abner's the head general. All of his men is every soldier in Israel. This one guy can't do that.
You won't get everything you were promised. Everything that witch said is meant to disturb your mind, to sow distrust and chaos in Israel. Never breathe a word of it to anyone.
That's funny, because everything she said was true, and we know it. And he's just like, yeah, I'm not her son. No, I'm not. I swear.
Are you going to stop acting like a fool? Our brother has been anointed by the seer. He has proven himself in battle time and again. And last night, somehow, saved all of our lives from that witch.
Our brother is a danger to himself and to the rest of our family.
No, Eliav, your issue is not with David. It's with yourself. So you don't get to be the hero of a family anymore. Too bad. You know who made David the hero? God did.
As I keep saying, I really, really, really like Avinadav. I liked him the few lines that he got in the first season, and he's really been growing on me inside this season. I like that David has a brother that has accepted this fully and is completely on board with it. And they're really giving him some great scenes between him and Eliav. Man, you grew up saying Eliab, and I'm trying. But yeah, I like that he's calling him out and saying, look, stop being an idiot. I see what's going on in your head, and clearly you've got some more stuff going on, but you need to stop being stupid at the moment. And that's something that only a brother can call you out on. Well, it's not something that only a brother can call you out on. It's a way that only a brother can call you out with.
We had notion of her knowing our destiny. And yet if she was able to see the truth about you...
What?
Worry about my own future.
None of us know what truly lies ahead. But she was right about one thing. We must live in our truth.
Oh, I hate they gave him that line. Not our, the.
And that means
Red flag.
cherishing the light of each new day. God grants us no promise of another.
That line was the biggest misstep they've had so far.
And after all this darkness, right towards the light.
And they soft focus the daisies. I don't know what's going on here.
And if there's love to be found, we must embrace it.
Jonathan, what are you doing here?
Well, she got over her hang-up really quickly. I don't like how abruptly this was resolved. I feel like they just made us wait for no reason. A little pointless. Especially since they made it personal to him, not just like, oh, I'm a healer and my area needs me and I don't want to leave and live in the palace. She made it a personal hang-up that she had with Jonathan specifically. And so why is that just... why is she immediately over that? I feel like they went too big and resolved too quickly. They should have made it a smaller thing, or just not made us have to sit through this. Give a reason for the delay. I don't know, but yeah, it didn't. It doesn't quite work.
What are we going to do now?
Have you returned with the God of Swords?
We have. But first, I must speak to you of another matter.
Speak.
I will not marry Mirav. I do not wish to defy you, but I know the truth. If she truly loved me and I her, then I would obey you. But I know in my heart, we cannot be together. And if you wish it not that I be with Michal, then so be it. After all, who am I? That I be son-in-law to the king?
What are you saying, David? You choose to refuse my command.
I choose to live in the truth.
Yeah, see, there,
May the king live forever.
David, son of Jesse.
I like his courage in this moment, and that it comes from a knowledge of, I've been anointed by God. He said that I'm going to become king. There's nothing Saul can do to me. It's until that happens. What God says is going to happen will happen. So, Saul can't kill me. He will not be able to. It's like in Big Fish. The main character, knows how he's going to die from a young age, and so anytime he faces death, he knows it won't kill him, and is able to just face it without fear.
Decisions have consequences.
So do lies. God guides a man's destiny. Do what you must.
I am, however, not really sure what the lie is. He never said that he loved Merav. Merav never said that she loved him. So I don't know what lie they're saying is happening here. It doesn't compute. Help me out in the comments if you figured it out. But I do like that as the beginning of the fallout between him and Saul, because Saul thought, he becomes part of my family. I can control him. Merav can help control him. And he is aware that David is becoming much more popular than he is. And so he fears that, but he saw a way of pulling it into him and making it associated with him and all that. And now David's cutting himself off. And so now Paul, that's different Saul. So now Saul is scared and fearing what David is going to become independent of him. That is a good reason for this to start, because Saul did like him, and showing not great reasons, but reasons for his paranoia. That's the thing about being paranoid, is your reasons usually aren't great, but giving us a switch that could flip in his mind, it was a good idea. That being said, so far I'm not enjoying this season as much as season 1, and I think that a big issue with it is this is very much becoming David's life story, which is fine. It is very interesting, but the problem with a life story is that we aren't looking forward to anything. Most people know the story of David up through Goliath. The Critical Drinker mentioned that he had no idea what happened after that inside of a recent review that he did of the Angel Studios movie David. And even I know eventually he becomes king, but they're not really giving me a thing like where's the season itself going? What is the kind of arch? What is the arc inside of season 2? We had the build up to him fighting Goliath inside season 1, and everything was moving toward that. But this one, I don't really have an idea of where we're going in order to feel a narrative pull through each episode. I'm continuing to watch because I really like the characters, I like the writing and what they're doing. But as far as like the story itself pulling me to keep watching, I'm not really feeling that. Like it's kind of John Adams with Paul Giamatti is an incredible miniseries, but the first 2 episodes are by far the best, and that's because the biggest thing in John Adams' life was the build up to and him leading the charge in America, signing the Declaration of Independence and declaring their independence from England. And after that, we really don't have a thing that we're waiting on to happen. Like, how does he become president? That kind of enters your mind, but that's really not much of a narrative. And so everything after that feels kind of meandery. And so right now, David is supposed to become king, but he's not trying to become king. So there's no campaign. He's just kind of, and this is how David is or was in history, is he just kind of waited for it to happen. He never tried to undermine or overthrow Saul. And so because of that, there's no progress being made towards him becoming king. And that's the only future event that we have as an ending, quote unquote, that we're moving towards, and nothing is actually moving towards that we can kind of see. So the season itself is suffering from a lack of a goal at the moment. You could say they kind of tried with the flashback to Saul trying, or the flash forward to Saul trying to kill him at the beginning of, I think it was episode 2. And, there is kind of, how did that happen? But we're not really sure until this moment that we're actually moving towards that. So maybe the next episode will be better because now that arc has started, whereas it hadn't yet. So now we actually see forward progress toward a future event. But that is a way that the season 2 is struggling at the moment. Still enjoying it. It's still very well written. It's very well acted. This episode was not very well shot. It looked dim, like constantly, even outdoor scenes. It was hard to see. It really made me think of that one infamous episode of Game of Thrones. But I am going to keep watching. It's just I'm less excited about watching the next episode like I was last season. However, I will still be back next time for episode 6, and you will see me there if you subscribe. Bye.